This is Gary Butterfield.
This is Cole Ross.
This is Monster My Podcast.
And this is the Incubus.
There's a monster in my podcast.
It's going to make a joke, but I can't remember one fucking Incubus song.
Stellar? I know that one from Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stellar. This thing's cool.
I like this. This is probably one of the most capable and interesting just adventure concepts that comes out of a box that we've seen so far.
Yeah. Also makes a great appearance in the Super Nintendo Shadowrun game. Even though it's very, thinking about it, I went into that knowing what these things were. I'm just imagining playing that game and then just being like, oh, the lady who I shot turned out to be an octopus. That's weird. And then just Data East, and then just moving on.
Right.
Whereas in fact, it's because these octopus who are efficient urban hunters who operate day or night,
so
have mind control.
The efficient urban hunters is what stuck out to me as oh, this isn't just a shitty underwater creature. No, this is one of the best things.
It is an octopus with real big human eyes. Other than that, though, it just looks like a land octopus who crawls around, and it can zap into your brain with alarming efficiency. They get 10 dice on their attack, which is about as good as you really get in this game. Make you see your heart's desire, and then think that it is that.
Yes.
So the example is kind of bereft of imagination. Like the Shadow Talk and the Shadowrun game, it's a lady,
right?
You see a particularly nice looking prostitute, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to that prostitute. You think you're talking to it while it is just slowly an octopus approaching you to devour you.
Yes.
So it's a mimic. It's a psychic mimic.
Mm-hmm. It projects the illusion too, so it can put the illusion at the end of an alley, get you in there, and then come up behind you, so you have nowhere to run.
Yeah, and it works on your friends and stuff too, but it's just worse. Yeah. So I imagine that's great. You and I are hanging out, and we see, and I'm just going to use the same lack of imagination because it works the best for the example. I see a lady who I think it looks real good, and I go up and talk to her and stuff, and you still see the lady, but little details are wrong. You, her feet are on backwards or something.
Right. She's got 8 tentacles.
Yeah,
and vaguely human-like eyes.
Yeah, well, not quite that. The illusion isn't that bad. It just says the minor details are wrong. Not you don't see the octopus.
Yeah.
Maybe she has one tentacle. It's like when Homer remembers the town meeting. It's like that. So to you, you don't hear me talking, or you don't hear her talking.
I hear you talking. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, I am a single divorcee. Why do you ask? And then they continue to talk to me, and you just hear me go, saying that side of the conversation with this mess. This real Amy Schumer and Trainwreck type character. And yeah, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
This seems like a really fun to GM. It'd be very fun to game master one of these things.
Yeah, but I wonder how you actually maintain the illusion by describing it one way to one player, but differently to another.
Yeah, notes.
Yeah, I suppose.
Notes, or you pull one of the characters in another room, which is it takes a good group to not metagame the shit out of that, but that would be a way to do it.
Yeah. But the Shadow Talk on this is mostly what you would expect. Ha ha ha! You certainly are attracted to a woman with a particular detail about her.
With a dog collar, which is not particularly unusual in the world of cyberpunk.
No.
Dog collar, Yeah. It's just a collar. There's not that much difference between a dog collar and a choker.
Right. Just a spiky goth collar. You would have in a punk setting.
What would be the thing that it would project for you? Because we're talking about the lack of imagination that's just doing mating stuff, but heart's desire.
Because
it can
A Quiet Night Alone. It's not like I don't get a lot of those.
You're walking down this rain-swept Seattle street, and you look into an alley, and there's your bedroom.
Yep.
And you're just well, it's right here.
Yeah.
There's just a Game Boy charging by the desk, and a glass of water already next to the desk.
Yep.
A couple earplugs. Just it seems dry and good.
Yep.
You just wake up and you're on a water bed that is a octopus.
Yep. It's cracking my head open like it's a coconut.
Yeah, and just all because you wanted to sleep.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh, I know something sad. Something, I don't feel something very depressing. That'll bring down the tenor of this comedy show. So but it's funny too, because it goes directly to your brain. And one of my favorite details of this is that it can adjust for your responses to it. So if you at that point were like, we'll continue to use you as an example so it doesn't get depressing, because you had the presence of mind to come up with a comedy answer.
Comedy.
But if you were just like, this can't be my bedroom, then the illusion will adjust based on that. Like it would become, then maybe at that point, like
it is the Seattle Museum in honor of Cole's bedroom.
Yeah. Exactly. Or like the rest of your house materializes and you're closer to home than you thought.
They nailed every single detail. They even got the box of Cheez-Its next to the bed.
Yeah, exactly. And when you reach into the Cheez-It, you're really just reaching into this thing's mouth to fish out the Cheez-Its they ate earlier. Yeah. And then the beak just comes crunching down, just imagine this thing like studying up on your bed habits, like reading your mind, like you look out your window and this thing just peeks its head over the rim, Cheez-Its, and then makes notes with its 2 extra arms.
It's got two little notebooks. It's writing in them simultaneously.
Yeah, I've got to go down to the stuffer shack and get the Cheez-Its.
Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/DuckFeed.tv.